Alright guys, this is the first video in a group of videos that I'm going to call the shit list. Basically, it's going to be a bunch of topics that I talk about, explaining why I think that people can't think for themselves, or that proving just that people are totally clueless and just don't use their head at all. The first subject I want to talk about is arguing, especially like on the internet, for example. Like, how many times a day are you on the internet and you see people have a conversation that goes something like this? Oh, whatever, blah 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 blah. And somebody says, well, that's stupid, or anything they can just to disagree with the point. So then instantly you have an argument that goes back and forth and spirals out of control until one person feels backed into a corner and says, oh, well, you're a nerd, or you're a faggot, or you love your mom, or anything just asinine like that. My point is, when people say things like that, I don't understand what it is that they're trying to do in the argument at that point. Like, if I am a nerd, if I have giant, thick Coke bottle glasses with tape all around them, and I sleep with plastic blow-up dolls and install a calculator on that blow-up doll's back to do mathematical calculations while I'm banging a plastic doll from behind and thinking about my mother, what does that have anything to do at all with the thing that we're arguing about? Whether I'm a geek or a faggot, or I suck dick, or I love men, or I love my mom, or whatever, what the hell does that have to do with what we're talking about? So you point that out, or you say it back, and then they don't know what to say. So they just go, well, I'm not going to even bother arguing with a nerd or a faggot. Well, yeah, you're not going to bother arguing because you're owned, because you have nothing to say for yourself. So next time you're in an argument like that and somebody says, and it's going to happen, it's inevitable, oh, well, you're a nerd. Well, okay, maybe I'm the hugest geek of all time. Maybe I stick my dick in my math book because I just love math so much. What the hell does that have to do with what we're arguing about? It's just retarded. And it's like, what's the point of even arguing anyway in the first place? You're not going to get anywhere. I mean, you're just wasting your time. I mean, no one's going to go, you know what? Yeah, you have a good point. Yeah, you're right about that. No, it's all an ego thing. So it's stupid to begin with, and it makes no sense. And it's just an example of how people don't know they don't even know how to argue right. Like, arguing's stupid in the first place, but if you can't even defend yourself, calling someone a nerd or a faggot or whatever the hell you come up with just shows how ignorant you are in the first place. So I don't know. It's just, I see it every day and it just blows my mind. And this is just one of the small things that bothers me every day. I'll get into a lot more. But so what do you do when you get to that point in an argument where they just resort to name calling and talking about things that are completely irrelevant? Just say, okay, that's great. You know what? I'm the biggest nerd ever. I'm the biggest faggot ever, whatever. But do you have anything to say for yourself? Do you have anything to defend yourself with, or is our argument over? Because whether or not I'm any one of those things has nothing to do with this conversation. So either you say something to defend yourself on what you're talking about, or we're done with this conversation. And then just leave it at that. I mean, basically, once you have somebody talking stupid like that anyway, they've already lost the debate. So just stick that final dagger in there and then just let it go. I mean, you're just wasting your life by arguing with them anyways. But yeah, once it gets to that point, they've already lost the debate, and that's just basically their way of admitting it. They have nothing more to say for themselves, so they're just going to call you names. And you're not going to get anything productive out of it anyway at that point. So just stick that last dagger in them, let them know that they've been defeated, basically, and move along, because after that, it's all over anyway. I mean, they've already basically admitted that they have nothing more to say for themselves, and they basically already admitted defeat, so, there's no reason to carry it on. I mean, you've already proved to them that they don't even know what they're talking about, or that they can't argue with you, so all they're going to do is keep calling you names. And we've already established that once they start doing that, then it's basically a self-admission of defeat anyway. So you've already won, there's no reason just to keep going. So that's it, but stay tuned. I mean, I got a lot more stuff. This isn't all going to be just me bitching, there's going to be a lot of informative stuff in here, stuff that's going to really shock you. I mean, I'm going to show you some stuff that'll just knock you on your ass, I'm going to talk about a lot of different things, the way people think, why they think that way, how people have been brainwashed, how you're being brainwashed, and probably don't even know it. Um, I'm gonna talk about a lot of stuff. So just just keep watching, and we're gonna get to the bottom of a lot of stuff. Thanks for listening, and check out my upcoming videos also. Take care.